Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Carlos is losing it. I think he watched that surviving Carlos King on Kempire and he is pissed off. So he went on a Twitter rant, and I am going to read the tweets for you guys, but I also want to share my commentary on what he had to say. I feel like it's been a long time coming, Carlos King, and I'm glad that someone with a big platform like Empire is speaking up. I think Carlos is getting exactly what he deserves, in my opinion. It's funny how the documentary was enough to get his attention, and it wasn't even an actual documentary as such. But imagine just Kempire doing it got his attention. How about you think about the rest of your castmates who have been through so many different allegations, like the grooming allegation made by Destiny against Melody? You thought it was funny. You were over there. You didn't ask questions to follow up to ensure that you got to the bottom of it. You were skipping through conversations that had to do with holding Martell accountable, except for the revenge P, because you know it's a legal situation and it does not look good for you to dance around the subject. Aside that, I don't think anything was intended to be resolved. Anyway, let's get into these tweets. Now, before that, please like this video, please share, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get into it. So Carlos basically responds to a tweet saying, listen, I understand I'm the face of Black reality TV reality production, which is why folks lie for sympathy and payola to distract. Now, can I ask, who are the folks that are lying for sympathy and payola? I assume payola means money, but who are the people lying for sympathy and payola? That sure can't be Kempire, because Kempire brought the receipts. All he did was put together different clips and talk about it. So who's lying for sympathy and payola? Or is he talking about the cast members that have left? So like people like Melody, people like Winter. I personally hate when people throw shots without like tag the person you're referring to or mention their name. I don't like when people do that, because it's like, why are you throwing shade when you could literally say people like Kempire lie for sympathy and payola to distract? If you mean Kempire, put a name on it. That's just all I'm saying. And then another person was out here on Twitter gassing him up, talking about he's the president of the Raindrops and he hates the Carlos King slander. I'm like, what slander? Can you say what the slander is? This is my thing. People like to be like, oh, people are lying. What are they lying about? Can you specify? The reason most people do this is because they like somebody, and instead of being genuine with themselves, just because you like somebody does not mean that they are innocent or that they are a saint. People may not be a saint. People may not be good people, but you might like their personality. And that's cool. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But when you're out here talking about there's a Carlos King slander about what exactly? Which part is a lie? Unless you know something else that we don't know, which part is a lie? Clarify for us. Anyways, of course, Carlos King replied to that and said, without Carlos King slander, how else would people monetize? Let go and let God. Let's be clear. All these people that talk about Carlos King and are monetized, most likely were monetized before you even came in the picture. So let's not act like it's only small YouTubers who are trying to make a name for themselves. Funny enough, I've not seen a lot of small YouTubers coming for Carlos King because they probably want to get some of the raindrops over there. So if anything, it's more the medium-sized, at least within the Love and Marriage franchise. So I would say at least the bigger or the medium people that are talking about it. So I don't know what he's talking about monetizing. Like, you're not the reason people are getting monetized. People are getting monetized because of their hard work. I just don't like when people try to take credit. Like, these people worked hard for their platforms. It does not have anything to do with you. Unless you were out here telling people to subscribe and follow them and you were plugging them and that's how they got their subscribers, I don't think you have any rights to say you're the reason anyone is getting monetized, and that's just it. So somebody said, I like you, Loss, and your shows, but I'll admit I'm on the fence about you recapping your shows. It becomes a sticky situation with the talent. I'm still going to support you though. Then Carlos King responded saying, first, it was all he does is talk about other shows and not his own. And then when I do recap my own shows and the ratings go up, it's still a problem. Thanks for the support, my love. Now, here's the thing. You are not the reason the ratings went up. And what ratings are we talking about? The ratings that are still down the drain? What ratings are we talking about? You may be getting views on your YouTube channel. That doesn't mean the views are directly translating to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's not forget, the reason that Love and Marriage Huntsville gets as much engagement as it does is because of the YouTubers in this space. We post content about Love and Marriage Huntsville all of the time. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship. Love and Marriage Huntsville gives us the content, and the castmates, since they're not showing their real life, then also gives us the curiosity to go and look into their lives and find the content. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship as far as I see it. I don't think Carlos King is the reason that the ratings went up. Personally, I don't believe it. I do not for a second think that it had anything to do with Carlos King's reviews. Now, you guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you agree with Carlos King that he's the reason that the ratings of Love and Marriage Huntsville went up? First of all, I completely even disagree about the ratings. I feel like the ratings are not even up, so I don't really know what he's talking about. But even so, I still don't believe he's the reason that it went up in any event. Now, I'll tell you, this is my favorite thing that he said, and I'll tell you why it's my favorite thing in a second. Let me read it out, and then I'll tell you why I'm smiling. In 2025, can we please shift the narrative that I'm trying to be like anyone else? I'm literally the only CEO of a full-service production company, fully staffed, plus an on-air personality with shows. Like, I'm one of one. Happy Black History Month. Here's the thing, Carlos. Every time we see you, you're talking about the Bravo shows. You were doing that for a long time. People got tired of you always talking about the Bravo shows and criticizing. So people feel like you're trying to be Andy. And let's be clear, a lot of the storylines almost mimic some of the things that have happened on Bravo. So it feels heavily produced, in my opinion. And so you can't blame people who think you're trying to be Andy Cohen. It's like, also, do you have to host the reunions? You absolutely do not have to host the reunion, yet you are hosting the reunion. You're also the same person that said you're not that directly involved with Love and Marriage Huntsville on a day-to-day basis. So why host the reunion? Now, the reason I was smiling is the responses. They were lighting his A on fire. So I'm going to read what Hojo had to say. Hojo66, you are a messy and destructive person. You leave a bad taste in people's mouths. Whoever you are, shout out to you. And that is the thing. You're very messy and it comes through very clearly. And I'm glad people are actually going up on your X and not allowing you to push that narrative out, because I think it's so easy for like people with bigger platforms like Carlos King to be out here being able to push a narrative. I'm sure he's seen the documentary. He's trying to clean it up over on X, but I don't think it's going to work. If anything, when I look over on Kempire's page, it looks like the video is doing really well. So, well, it's too late now. It's gone out. And people are actually seeing you for exactly who you are. And I hope Kempire does a part 2, because I feel like this should be an ongoing conversation. Now, there is one comment I really want to read. And when I say I believe this might be Toot Latrice. Now, I be in the palace a lot, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this might be Toot Latrice. So I'm going to read it. You're definitely not like anyone else. You don't mind your producers yelling, get her, get her. Do you guys remember? That's what Winter said happened, right? During the reunion, all while the men on the cast of Love and Marriage DC called the single black woman a bitch. You didn't mind a known pathological liar saying a woman groomed her. Oh, and how about a convicted DVR who was never admonished or fired and who continues to stalk his ex-wife? Oh, how about allowing a person on set to film with a personal order of protection against them? Oh my, how about 8 people trying to jump a single female in a parking lot where there was a weapon on your set? Oh, I did not hear about this. If you guys know what Toot is saying, please let me know in the chat. I feel like I might have missed that. Or I can't remember. It doesn't ring a bell. Yep, I don't think I heard of any other CEOs who allow the goings on like you do. Wow. I knew it was bad, but that trying to jump 6 people with a weapon, allegedly, I need to see what's happening with that. I need some information on that. So if you guys know, please let me know in the comment section below. Everyone, please like, share. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.